taking a shit as I make this beat. My chain broke, but it's not defeat.
The money was already worth it. That phone go brrrr.
10-10 historic day. I had to drop a single on this day. Pluto on BandLab. Yo. I went from asking the tooth fairy for a 10 to asking my job for a raise and singing on stage. I went from quarantine times an end age to writing page to page and making a large wage. I went from asking the tooth fairy for a 10 to asking my job for a raise and singing on stage. I went from quarantine times an end age to writing page to page and making a large wage. 10 times 3, that was the date we seemed to spend 10 tenths in an age. Before it was fun, now it's an escape. Escape from school, escape or fake. The ones I mainly remember. First one 2 months before December. It was a month of September. It was my own dismember. Not ECW type, I lost that tooth, man, I was hype. I don't remember a lot of parts that happened that my fam said cause I was gliding. Apparently little T.Y.T.A asked that little fairy for 10 that day. I guess I wanted a good old Hamilton. Under my pillow, woke up, mom filled in. If you're wondering why I'm singing this, it's because nostalgia is the only time machine that exists. The next best is YouTube, so follow me, I insist. Not because I'm going viral, just to join the list. Don't you get that shit? Don't you get the gist? What I remember is I was on some rock. I forgot how it came back. I want to turn back the clock, but you can't do that. Remember what you just said about the time machine? It ain't like Doc's TikTok. Was it 10 o'clock or even better 10:10? It had to be AM. I went from asking the tooth fairy for a 10 to asking my job for a raise and singing on stage. I went from quarantine times an end age to writing page to page and making a large wage. I went from asking the tooth fairy for a 10 to asking my job for a raise and singing on stage. I went from quarantine times an end age to writing page to page and making a large wage. Another 10-10 special, but this time we behind the mask. This year seemed better than 21. We doing tasks in the massive hotel among us was a shit, man. I remember LBJ was hitting splits, man. That congrats, I low-key called it. Could my sports predictions afford it? Addictive personality simply said he ain't even wrong. Look who's up ahead. Don't I have the geniusness to wrap my hands around some money? Man, he just looking at me like I'm some funny. He right though. LA won the day after, but my memory serves me wrong. I gotta be right. Google must be a ding dong. Use Bing. Bong, shattered things, gone, learning shit, give me fit, pick belong to no lifelong song. Let me clear this up around you, I ain't nobody's number one, but I'm my own first priority, that's all I need. Before I sing my song. Am I singing songs or rapping songs or slapping in ping pong or pulling all night long, spoke no bong? I don't roll with those two prongs. I went from asking the tooth fairy for a 10 to asking my job for a raise and singing on stage. The best part about this course is that it's so true that I ain't even lying like I'm some dude. I went from asking the tooth fairy for a 10 to asking my job for a raise and singing on stage. I went from quarantine times an end age to writing page to page and making a large wage. Does this mean double 10, 23 will be so lit? Or does this mean when I'm 26 something will go so shit? Wait, is that my marriage day? Will it be one of these girls I play? Oh, don't let them hear that. From Om to Addy, it'll probably be an A. If it's this date, I'll make it an NH. Now this one was a fun one to write.